Yo guys, what is up? It's your boy Hotshot Gaming here, and today we are back with a little review video. Sorry it's been so long. I've been so busy with other stuff, with work, life, everything else. So it's been tough to get videos out there. But today I've been playing a new sim game called Rennsport, which has not long just come out this month on the PlayStation. And let's just say I don't have great things about it. It's a bit 50-50 for myself. Other people have had different experiences, but since coming into this game, as you can see, if we press on the start button, it will load you into the main menu of the game once it's done processing. Now, at first glance, when you get the game, you come up on this menu when you'll get like a setting of like setting up, your settings gets you to log in when you first boot up the game, and then it gets you to like do a test drive like around the track to get the feel. Now, I've heard that some wheels are not supported on this because of the bugs that are on it. So I believe the Xbox steering wheel wasn't supported at launch, which I think there is an update coming out that to fix. There's also been bugs with I don't know about the Xbox controllers, but the PlayStation controllers. I've noticed a friend has had an issue when he's playing on the controller. If he gets hit or like comes off the track, his engine will like randomly cut out, and then they have to go into like pause the game, go into settings, and then like get off the pause menu, and then the game will start. So there's a few bugs there. Now, luckily enough, on the Fanatec DD Extreme or any other Fanatec, I'm hoping is the same. But for myself, on the Fanatec DD Extreme, this wheel worked straight away, but the settings on it were complete ass. There was like hardly any force feedback. Steering was very, very light. It just did not feel right when playing this game at the start. So I had to do a lot of settings adjustment when I first booted up this game to get the force feedback to where I wanted it to be, because it was very, very light. There was like no movement on it. It was just really, really moving. So I had to go into settings straight away on this game to get the settings for the force feedback and the right torque for the steering wheel. The pedals felt pretty good myself. I also had to adjust the settings for the shifting because it did a automatic. Wow, I wouldn't be able to downshift to a certain point, which you can turn it off in the settings. I can't remember what it was called now, acceleration, gearing, or whatever the fuck it was called. But I'm had to change that, and I can actually shift down gears quicker. So just bearing in mind, anyone that has manual shifting, if you're wondering if you're trying to shift down quick and it doesn't do it straight away for you, you can turn that setting off, but they don't turn it off for you. It's a safety feature, like so you don't blow the gearbox up and the engine up. But you can turn that shit off. So there's a couple of little flaws with this game, and right out of the box, for how much I paid for this game, I paid for the like ultimate edition of this game. This game is definitely unfinished. This is an unfinished game. There is hardly anything to this game. So as you can see, you've got single player, quick play, and multiplayer. Now we're gonna go into the store. The store gives you currency. So if you have the ultimate edition, you got a few credits. You got yourself a I think you got the Notchlifer full track. You got the Ford GT car, and a few extra credits. Now you can buy credits, which I'm in the UK, so it's Great British pounds. So for like 500 credits is $3.99, 1,000 credits $7.99. 1,500 credits plus the bonuses, as you can see, as you go up, $11.99, and 3,500 plus 500 bonus points is $28.99. Now, at the moment, right, all you can fucking buy is liveries. Like, like all you can buy is a skin to change the look of the car. That's about it right now. And there's not many cars in this game. So this is the one of the DLC cars that you got, which is this one, the Ford Mustang GT3. Now, these are the only cars that are in the game, which is not many, you know. They could have added more. So if we go to the garage, car collection, so obviously you got different category of cars. As you can see, you got the Cups, which is the Porsche 911. You've got yourself the EVX. You've got the some GT3 cars. You know, not many GT3 cars. And then GT3X cars, and you know GT4s, and you know the like Le Mans hypercars, M2, and I've got a very bad feeling. This is how many cars are in the game right now, and that's not many. Now, some of the tracks are very good. It's good to have like not just like your usual tracks, you know, like Nürburgring and you know like the standard tracks, you know, like if you had Brands Hatch and all that. You've actually got like different circuit tracks in the game, which is quite nice. But I feel like there's going to be a point to this game where I think they are going to make you do quite a lot of microtransactions for cars. So I reckon as this game progresses, I reckon they're going to make you buy cars and possibly tracks. They might give you some free tracks, but then I reckon, especially with the cars, I reckon you're going to have to buy the extra cars with credits. But we don't know yet. We've not got that far with this game. But right now, out of other car games I've played, only like I know from PC, there's a lot more racing games out there with a lot more of category of racing. But the PlayStation, you know, don't get me wrong, there's not many racing games. Like obviously you got like F1, you've got Gran Turismo, you've got like the mobile games like Car X Street, all that kind of stuff. But like for this game, for a racing game, you'd expect more cars, and things to buy with your credits, and there's just not much there with that. Now when you go into single player, there's, you know, quick session, you know, where it just bunch you into a game, and then you've got the time trials, so you can, like, you know, do your time trials, get your best times, fight other people in times. And then you've got the championship. Now, championship is categorized in three adventures: rookie, amateur, and pro. Now, when you go into rookie, they come up with all these settings. So obviously, like Championship 1 is the BMW M2 series, which gives you 3 races in those categories. Now, when you go into the race, you start off on a practice session, then you go into your qualifying session, and then you go into your race session. Now, it will tell you how many laps is in each race, but the AI are so fucking shit, and it makes no sense. Now, when you go into practice, or especially qualifying, when you go into qualifying, right, you'll do your race, your qualifier, and then you'll be zooming past the AI. You'll be on the top spot, and then you could either finish the session early if you think you've got a really good time, or you can wait for the whole time to go down. Now, you know, depending on how good you are, don't get me wrong, there's going to be a lot of good fucking racers out there that will get amazing times, but this is how freaking weird it is, right? So when I'm qualifying, like, I might get first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or whatever, right? Let's just say, you know, I get pole position, right? When I'm doing the qualifying, I'm getting between like third, fourth, you know, fifth. The AIs are getting really good times. But then when it goes into the race, it makes no fucking sense at all. So let's say I qualify fourth, yeah, and the AI's got the better time than me, and then I go into the race. For some reason, the AI is just complete shit. Like, I'm gone. I'm dusted. Like, I'm out of the way. Like, I'm like, you know, I go through, I move out of the way, I'm gone. And I don't understand why they're better in qualifying compared to what they are in the race. Now, also, when I was in one of the races. For some reason, um, when I was like on, I obviously overtook the AI. I went across the left, and I was in front, and I was obviously going to my brake distance, and I've braked and I've gone to turn. Now for some reason the I don't know, like just either didn't see me or didn't have fucking, I don't know, his brakes didn't work. I don't know, but he just fucking plowed straight into the fucking shit of me, right? And I fell straight off the track, and for some reason the AI was fine. Like he fucked me, right? And then he goes around the corner and he comes back and he says, "Fuck you, see you later." I get a penalty for it, fucking incident points, and this fucker's just like, "Yeah, I'm good, G. Thank you very much. I'm fucking off to Hawaii or somewhere, and you've got to do your whole race again." Right? The AI are just, I don't know. They're just fucking weird on qualifying to racing, and they just have no awareness at all. Even if you're like they just either want to go past you. Now, don't get me wrong. When you're racing, you have the little indicator for saying, if a driver's near you, to your left or to your right. Now, don't get me wrong. That's good to see that, but I wish it had like the Assetto Corsa, where it would tell you, like, if the driver's to your left or to your right, so you've not got the fucking blink in the middle of the screen while you're racing. So you just have a bit more immersed feel into the game. Controllers ran out of battery, typical. And yeah, just to have that feel. And I feel with this game, people might disagree, but I kind of feel like they've tried to become a bit like a set of Corsa competiciones. I don't know if I said that right, but it's a big fucking word. But I feel like they've tried to be that way with how this, how the indicator is coming up and coming around, and the tires on, the tire pressures on the side, and the setting of how they've tried to do it. Now, when I'm actually racing on the steering wheel, I like it. The gameplay for me, I like it. Like I have no problem with it. I've had other people say that the cars don't feel like what they are. They don't feel like driving the real cars themselves. But I know some people are like, I don't. Some people don't care about that, or some people just like the gameplay. But overall, on this steering wheel, I can't say for other steering wheels because I don't have other steering wheels. But on this, once I adjusted the settings, driving the cars on this felt really nice myself. Like personally, when driving the cars, I've actually really liked it. So the driving for myself has been really good, but I've heard on the controller it's not that great. With all the cutout and whatnot, it's just not been great. But when actually driving the Fanatec DD Extreme, the steering's actually felt really, really good. So the gameplay for myself, I've enjoyed. It's just the AI has been terrible, and it just doesn't polish as much. Now, if I can get my controller to go into multiplayer and not quickly run out of battery, so you've got quick play, which will give you the option to go into quick play sessions of multiplayer. Now, you don't have to do quick play sessions, but it will tell you the laps, the drivers, and the repair fixes. So whether the standings will tell you if there's damage on, or pit stops, or weather, or all that kind of stuff. Now, if you go into multiplayer yourself and you go to official contracts, this will tell you, once it's loaded up, the dates that you can go into racing. So, if you wanted to get notified about races tomorrow, it will tell you the times of when these races are going to be available, but we don't want to do that. We want to look for races for today. Now, these will all tell you each one. So the ones that are running are the ones that are currently, people are running in them at the moment. So we currently can't get into any of those. So if we refresh to the next page on the same day, the next recent one is at 8 p.m. for me. So we can click on this and we can register. which is, you know, register for that event itself. So that will tell me that the race is at 8 p.m. And now I can register, or I can get it to notify me if I'm in like other settings or menu or whatever. Now, if I can find a menu where it would say, because there are some that will tell you that you can't go into them, like this one, it says you do not meet the minimum rating to register. So it's saying min SR needs to be 1.5 and min RR is TBD, which is the rank, which is up on the top right hand corner, as you can see, on silver 3 2462. So it's showing that you don't need any of the minimum, but you need a min SR safety rating of 1.5. But I think, you know, if you come out and go into the driver reports, and then you go into the safety rating is 1.37. And what did it say on there before? If we go back down into that, it's 1.3. So you need 1.5. So we're like on 1.37. So we don't. If it's done by that, I'm assuming it's like 1.50. If it's done right on that side, so you'll need the minimum safety rating for that. So there's like different safety ratings. So now when you go into a session, for instance, so when you click on the 8 p.m. session, it will show on the bottom of the screen in multiplayer how long until the race. So you know, it might say like 10 minutes left into the event, and you see everyone loading in. And then once you load into it, it's the same process of single player but in multiplayer's aspect. So when you go into it, you start on a practice with everyone on track. So you'll see everyone when you're going around on track practicing, and you'll practice for like 2 minutes or whatever the setting is on multiplayer. Now, when you go into qualifying, you don't see anyone else. So you can see people on the markers on like your map. So it'll show all the other dots of the other drivers on the map, and it'll show you a leaderboard of whether you're leading, and then all the times people are going to get in the race. Now, this goes from this is for single player and multiplayer as well. I swear track limits do not fucking exist in this game, because if you like touch one teeny fucking tire, like little bit, because there is track limits to racing, if you go off a little bit, time gone. You gotta do the whole fucking lap again, right? You have to stay on the track to get the time. Like there's just no little bit of like, you know, like using, like even in the racing as well. If you take one little tire off the track, like you get incident reported. Like you get an incident point. Yeah, it's just no track limits. You have to stay on track at all costs. Now, this is another thing, right? If you're doing a qualify, right? If you start your qualifier, it like puts you like a little bit like behind the starting line. So like it does the countdown, and then you start, and then you go over the line, you start your quali, right? Let's say you're in the middle of qualifying. Let's say qualifying's like 10 minutes, right? And you go around the track, and then you fuck up a corner and you spin out, right? Do not press to go back in the pits, because if you go back in the fucking pits, right, qualifying is done. You have to just stay at the back, right, and you just gotta wait. Or you fuck up and then you just waste time, like, just going back around again. Unlike other games where if you fucked up, you could go back in the pit, you can come out the pit and you can race. But no, with Rennsport, if you fuck up and you go back in the pits on qualifier, you're done. You are done. You're at the back of the grid and you got a race, right? So that's another fucking annoying thing about the game, right? There's just nothing you can do, and that's how I learned the hard way on that. I thought, oh, fuck my lap up, I'm gonna go back to the pits and I'm gonna come back out. It was like, nope, No, 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 no. And another thing as well. Let's say you're racing and let's say you accidentally fuck someone off the track by accident. You've gone fuck's sake. You've took someone off, and the game's gone right. Drive through penalty. Right? You have no choice when you wanted to, like, let's say it says drive through, you've got a drive through penalty, right? And you want to go, oh, I'll do it next lap. No, you can't do it next lap. You can't do it next lap. You got to do it in whatever fucking laps it tells you. So if it says 3 laps, you got to drive around and do 3 fucking laps and then go in there. And then let's say if it's like, let's say you fuck someone off the track and the race has like 2 minutes left, or you got like 2 laps left. Well, online it's done by time, so let's say you got 2 minutes left, right? And it says, motherfucker, you got 3 laps. You have to do 3 laps before going in there. And let's say you got, you're really high up in the grid or whatever the fuck you want to do, or you got someone up your ass and you want to get rid of the drive-through penalty. Right, and you're in the race to the point where you're like, right, 3 laps, and it's like 2 minutes left, and then you ain't got time to do those 3 laps, right? And you want to do it straight away, you can't, bro. You've got to take that penalty with a grain of salt. I had it before when I was doing the race. I was in first place, and I had a pretty good lead on the dude, like a pretty good lead, but I was like to the point where, right, I could go, because the start was fucked. Everyone got fucked at the start of the first corner, right? Everyone just got fucked, and then I got a penalty, right? So I was like, right, I've got to do this in 3 laps, but I don't want to do it in 3 laps because, like, I was like, I managed to get into the lead after passing people after the fucking crash happened, right? And then I'm there, and I'm like, right, I'm starting to gain on this guy. And I was like, right, I could go through the pits right now and do my drive-through penalty, and it wasn't going down. It said I had to do it in 3 laps, and then it got to a point where I was like, I ain't got time to do it in 3 laps, and then he catched up to me because I couldn't go into the drive-through early, and he fucking won. He fucking won. If I could have done it earlier, that would have been great, but the game doesn't let you do that. So there is a couple of issues that need to be fixed about this game. So, like, there's a few bugs that need to be addressed with Rennsport. It's still a non-finished game. And personally, myself, if I was to say buy the game, I wouldn't say buy the game. Don't buy the game yet. Don't waste your money on this game. Don't give them the money for this game. It's just not fucking worth it. There's, like, if you're on PC, there's better fucking racing games out there than this Rennsport, bro. And with Project Motor Racing coming out, I'm hoping that's going to be a great game, because I don't think this is going to do as well when Project Motor Racing comes out. I don't know. We don't know yet, because it's not actually come out yet. But it's a shame, because I think this could be a good game, but there's just not enough content. It's unfinished. The AI is shit. The track limits are fucked. The penalties are fucked. People are like having issues with steering wheels at day 1. It's just not there yet, and it's a shame. Like, when I'm playing the game, like driving on my steering wheel, I like it. I like the game. It's just, why bring out an unfinished game with hardly any content? So my basic opinion here is saying, do not buy the game until they have done a lot more updates, they've punched out more content, and I'm just going to say there's a lot better games out there for the money. So yeah, it could be better. So it's just how it is, unfortunately, with Rennsport. So yeah, like I said, it has the potential to be a good game, but it's just not there yet. It's just not there. So, but yeah, guys, I hope you liked this little rant, this little review that I've, you know, put into Expective here, and I hope you guys do enjoy the video. I'm going to try and get out some more actual gameplay, especially of like try and get some gameplay of Rennsport at some point online, especially, and then try and get some Project Motor Racing when that comes out too. So I hope you guys enjoy my little rant of how Rennsport is. Hopefully they will bring out a major update soon to hopefully fix all these bugs, and pump out some more content, because there's just not enough here. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This has been your boy Hotshot Gaming, and yeah, peace out, guys.